The same chord shape?
Almost. The C is all with the 6 back here. When I go to the D chord, most of the time when we're in G and we encounter a D chord, it's flavored for the 7th. So this finger has to come up because that's a D7 that way, right? I'm just putting it on the other string. So I can play it like this. And so that's what I'm doing with the C chord. That finger is back a fret, so it's a 6, not a C7. Some people play a C7 there. But that C7, that's notes out of the scale. Most of the time, we play C6. What bluegrass is made of. And you can practice stuff generically too. It comes down to sort of, if the song is 1, 4, and 5 and you're playing one of those chords, the odds are, you know, and you learn pretty much which ones are apt to come up. So what you end up doing is practicing changing from one chord of those chords to the other, getting good at the changes, and then you learn the song, you play the song by ear. If you play through the songs, you hear the change coming up. It doesn't matter what the song is or what the words are or anything. And that's how you learn to play by ear. It's sort of getting, well, okay, I got to go to a C chord, and so I got to start some kind of run that's going to end up coming down or up or both, that's going to land me at the C chord at the right time. And then a certain amount of time later, a D chord's coming along. And it's that predictability that makes it fun. And you know, that's what I do, is practice generic stuff. I get ready for the event. I don't practice tunes anymore as much as I used to learn tunes. I learn the stuff where the tunes are, the scales and the positions, and try different rolls. And I try to take a systematic approach to the rolls, and it just like I do to the neck. And you may be able to tell. To me, it's not just a lick here. It's part of a big system of stuff, like not just one pentatonic scale. It's 4 of them, and it's only 4, and only because there are only those 4 scales that all have G's and D's in them. Those are the only 4 pentatonic scales that have G and D. And the time when I tried to go outside the border, well, I got to the B flat scale. Okay, and then realized that to get the next scale would be, which after B flat would be E flat, I needed to raise that D to E flat. So I could get it up here. And see here, that's now an E flat. So I decided to make a tune up in E flat, and this was it. So I guess you could say there's really 5 pentatonic scales that I've used. But then it's really just gives me other options on how to make a tune sound. Yes, sir.
You got something other than the conventional tuner tunes that you can do with your tuners? Any advice, comments, appropriateness?
Talking about the tuning pegs. In fact, this year is the 40th anniversary of their invention, and we went into production in early '64, so that's coming up on the 40th anniversary of the incorporation. And usually they're set to, if I have them set, oops. That's the usual way to set them up to go down into the D chord. And of course, you could set them up for something else, a D minor chord, or just use the second, make the second string a G to B to B flat. I had a tune that I'm going to embarrass myself because I haven't played this in a while. In fact, I'm having trouble remember how it goes in the first place. But there's maybe our time has come, the end of the hour, so maybe this is I made up these little levers back here so I can operate them both at once. With the steel guitar stuff. But this, I have the first one set up to go up to E, and the bottom usually I set to go down to C, or also set it to go up to E.